In yet another public fallout between Meghan Markle and her estranged father, Thomas Markle has strongly criticized his daughter's Netflix series, calling it fake and suggesting that she is trying too hard to manipulate public perception. His comments add to the long history of animosity between the two, reigniting questions about Meghan's authenticity, motives, and the credibility of the narrative she and Prince Harry continue to push through their media projects. Thomas Markle has never been one to hold back when it comes to criticizing Meghan, and this time is no different. In a candid interview, he accused the Duchess of Sussex of fabricating details in her Netflix series, which attempts to portray her as a victim of royal oppression and media cruelty. She's trying too hard to sell this image of herself as a martyr, he said. But people are starting to see through it. It's all fake. His accusations are not entirely surprising. Over the years, Thomas Markle has claimed that Meghan has abandoned her family, lied about her struggles, and deliberately distanced herself from the people who raised her. His latest remarks suggest that he sees the Netflix documentary as nothing more than an extension of this behavior, an attempt to reshape history to suit her personal agenda. Thomas Markle's claims align with what many critics have argued about Meghan Markle since her dramatic exit from the royal family in 2020. From the beginning, Meghan has positioned herself as a woman who was mistreated by both the British monarchy and the press, portraying her experience as one of relentless persecution. However, multiple reports, including statements from royal insiders, suggest that Meghan was far from an innocent victim. For instance, her claims of racism within the royal family, one of the most explosive allegations in her infamous Oprah Winfrey interview, have been met with skepticism. She and Harry refused to name the so-called racist family member, leading to speculation that the accusation was deliberately vague to create maximum controversy. Even more damning, a senior royal aide later reported that Meghan had a history of making unfounded accusations when things didn't go her way. Additionally, her claims of being completely cut off financially by the royal family have been contradicted by financial records. Prince Charles reportedly provided significant financial support to Harry and Meghan even after they stepped down, raising questions about Meghan's truthfulness. One of Thomas Markle's biggest criticisms of Meghan's Netflix series is that it represents the height of hypocrisy. Meghan and Harry have frequently stated that they want privacy and wish to escape media scrutiny, yet they continue to produce documentaries, give high-profile interviews, and sign multi-million-dollar deals with entertainment companies. If she really wanted privacy, she would have stayed out of the limelight, Thomas Markle pointed out. But instead, she keeps putting herself in front of cameras, making more and more money off her so-called struggles. This point is hard to ignore. Meghan and Harry's Netflix deal, reportedly worth $100 million, is built on their willingness to share intimate details about their lives. They claim to be victims of media intrusion, yet they willingly invite cameras into their home. It's a contradiction that many people, including Thomas Markle, see as proof of their insincerity. Perhaps the most heartbreaking aspect of Thomas Markle's criticism is his repeated claim that Meghan has completely abandoned her own family. He has expressed his pain over her decision to cut ties with him, especially after he suffered multiple health issues, including a stroke. Despite this, Meghan has not reached out to him, reinforcing the perception that she has no interest in maintaining relationships unless they benefit her public image. "I raised her. I paid for her education. I was there for her," Thomas said in a previous interview. And yet, the moment she got what she wanted, she threw me away like I was nothing. Meghan's half-siblings, Samantha and Thomas Jr., have also spoken out against her, accusing her of lying about her upbringing and deliberately trying to erase them from her narrative. Samantha Markle even filed a defamation lawsuit against Meghan, arguing that the Duchess falsely portrayed her as a distant relative whom she barely knew. While Meghan and Harry still have a dedicated fan base, recent polls suggest that their popularity has taken a significant hit, especially in the UK. Many people are growing tired of their constant complaints and accusations, viewing them as attention-seeking rather than genuinely oppressed. Even in the US, where they initially found a more sympathetic audience, public sentiment is shifting. Meghan's Archetypes podcast was canceled after just one season, and their Netflix projects have struggled to maintain momentum. Their reported falling out with streaming giant Spotify, where an executive called them grifters, further added to the growing perception that they are struggling to remain relevant. Thomas Markle's latest comments reinforce what many have suspected for years. Meghan Markle is more concerned with shaping her own narrative than with telling the truth. His accusations that her Netflix series is fake and that she is trying too hard to manipulate public perception raise serious questions about her authenticity. While Meghan continues to portray herself as a victim, the evidence suggests a different reality, one where she strategically distances herself from inconvenient family members, rewrites history to suit her needs, and monetizes her personal struggles for profit. With public opinion slowly turning against her, one has to wonder, how much longer can Meghan Markle sustain the image she has so carefully crafted?